Hi everyone! Hello! Sorry that for a minute there, it just was non-stop issues with opening Arknights. But we're back now. We will be doing OS4. I don't know how far we'll make it. I'm gonna try to make it past OS5. That being said, these have been some chunky stories. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna make it there, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. And that's the important part. Okay. I'm just gonna get started, because I actually am very curious as to where this is going. Also, Enya still has not appeared, and it's driving me insane. I don't know what I'm gonna do if she doesn't come here soon. Well, I mean, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spark her. Not yet, Beth. Well, hello! Not yet. We literally, all that we have left is the 10 rolls, the 10 free rolls. She's not coming home. I don't think so. I don't think she's gonna come home unless I force her to. Look, it's 290. Trilby Asher got... What do you mean by that? What does this mean? Alright. Let's get started. I can't believe I'm gonna have a full pot Silver Ash. Ugh. Didn't I tell you not to bother me today? Who's... Okay, like, everyone wants Rototoast, but like... Why Rototoast when serious? Sister? What are you doing here? Oh! Alright, I see. Don't just stand there, take a seat. What's the matter? Can't sleep? I thought I told Yuka-tan to keep a close eye on you. No. She shakes her head. I told Yuka-tan not to come with me. I want to talk to you. One-on-one. I actually don't know which one I like better. Both of them are very, very good. Rachita's never thought that she would see this expression on her sister, who was usually so cheerful and straightforward. Alright. But only for a little bit. Then go back to bed. Acting like a little girl when you're supposed to be a mom already. She's looking great for just having a child, by the way. I heard Arctos shouting in the drawing room today. Damn, so did he disturb you? I'll have his hairy head for this. Nathan! Arson! Hello! No, it's not that. I heard what you were arguing about, and I know many bad things have been happening lately. Please, Rada. If you do know something, tell me. Bye, Yarigagander. You shouldn't be worried about these things right now, Sirius. You'll have plenty to worry about once we take my job. But there's been trouble after trouble. Even I, shut up in my room, can tell that things are getting worse. I see unhappy faces outside the window every day. Not to mention, we haven't heard anything back from Munch. I have people searching for her. I'm sure she's fine. Hey, don't forget that she's one of the finest brown-tailed warriors. Munch is unraveling a conspiracy theory and not getting enough sleep. I know. It's you I'm really worried about, Rada. I've never helped very much, but there was a time when I could at least stand by your side and give you my support. By the way, I want you guys to know that every single time she says Rada, I read it like the chowder Rada. It's so over. But now, you're facing all this on your own. And I wish you would talk to me more. There's no need to carry everything on your shoulders. Yuka-tan and I have your back no matter what. You think too much, my silly little sister. Are you really in such a hurry to take over for me? That's not what I promise you, Sirius. I'll protect you, and Yuka-tan, and all of Clan Browntail. If it's the last thing I do. Did you pull yet? Wondering, hello! Yes. I have... Okay, so my entire goal was 1 copy of each. Because, like, Silver Ash and everything is cool, but, like, Enya's who I wanted. I have 5 copies of Silver Ash. I'm at 290. So I just need to wait for the, like, daily rolls now at this point. I think I'm gonna have to spark her, and I'm gonna end up with the full pot Silver Ash. Which, insane, wild, was not expecting that. Living some other people's dreams, I just wanted to be able to freeze the point. If it's the last thing I do. Yergagander, be my witness. Still don't believe me? But you've got to believe Yergagander, right? There's no need to go that far. Alright, then promise me you're going to bed now. Tomorrow will be a better day. You honor me with your invitation, Madame Browntail. I take it your thinking has changed then. Cut the crap. Assassinating the members of Clan Silverash and Clan Pelaroge? Driving a rift between the 3 clans? Is this how you intend to coerce me into working with you? I thought Victorian politicians were smarter than that. The man smiles nonchalantly. I'm not sure how much of a notion could have occurred to you, Madame Browntail. Assassinating the leadership of another country on their own soil. It would be a tantamount to a declaration of war, if it could be proven. I hate the Victorians! Ah! Are you sure you want to accuse Victoria of such crimes? So this is how you people seem so smug about yourself. I'm not sure I understand your meaning. But since you've deigned to meet with me today, I'm very happy to listen. Is there anything I can help you with? Go on, act smug. Your crude little plot worked, huh? The relationship between the Pelaroches and Browntails has broken down completely, and I've become the most suspicious one here. As for Enciotis, he just spun his tale about all 3 clans wanting stability to hoodwink that fool Arctos. He knows full well that, in the present state of Yerag, should the leader of any of the clans meet an accident, it would take little effort to demoralize the already disheartened people. If he learns of our meeting, he will not hesitate to join forces with the Pelaroches to attack me, even if he knows full well I can't promise you anything. After all, what Yerag reads right now is a culprit, one to place the blame on. In that event, it's entirely possible the Clan Browntail will be wiped off the map. I don't have much time left. My sympathies, madame. I'm in full agreement of your assessment of the situation. Do you intend to turn things around, then? Let's get straight to the point. First, I want absolute guarantee that you'll prioritize the safety of Clan Browntail and the people of my domain, no matter what happens. Oh, we're never gonna get Rosatos. Oh, it's over. I hope you guys enjoyed her while we had her, because, like, I think that's it. No more. Of course, we have long sympathized with ordinary folk who have become marginalized by Clan Silverash. It is one of our major goals for peaceful cooperation with Yerag. Ugh, say whatever you want. Second, all the trade policies currently in place will remain so when Clan Browntail takes over Carlin trade, and Victoria must not withdraw any assistance currently offered to Yerag. Otherwise, we reserve the right to terminate cooperation with immediate effect, not something you want to happen. You need not worry, madame. We are more than eager to cooperate with Yerag, and I would never dream of undermining this partnership. Yeah, sure you wouldn't! There will be much room for further cooperation once become the sole representative of your nation. Good. Taking over Carlin trade is something that could be accomplished overnight. We need time to prepare. And the first order of business is to deal with Arctos. I know that man. He'll come looking for trouble if he finds out that Clan Browntail has been working with Victoria. In a sense, he's an even bigger problem than Enciotis. That bloody fool. Most regrettable. She should have just gone to the clans and told them that Victoria's trying to meet with them. And she thinks that they're trying to coup. But instead, she's played into Victoria. I hope one day we get Monch. Monch is like exhausted Angelina. She needs like a good meal and a nap. The decision is yours, Madame Browntail. How should we persuade Arctos? I will contact him again for one final meeting. Oh. There is an old Browntail manor at the foot of the mountains in the southwest. An area that's virtually uninhabited. I will send Arctos a message, telling him to meet me there, where I can explain the truth. By the time the meeting is set at 7 p.m., 15 hours from now, I hope Victoria will demonstrate its good faith. I'm actually unsure. Because I'm trying to think. We don't have much information based on Originium because they weren't really dependent on it like the other nations. I think it depends on if this catastrophe is caused by Priestess or not, that it will tell us fully. Because I'll be honest, I don't keep track with the dates. That's why I'm waiting for the book to arrive, so I can have like a little map on my wall and be like, okay, this is this time. So I could not answer you fully. Of course, you will not be disappointed. We look forward to your persuasion of Clan Pelaroche. The mountain wind carries the snow, battering the hay-thatched roof. A few dry leaves are blown into the air, leaving the braids of the girl sitting at the rooftop. She picks it out and rubs her fingers. The Rift Cloud Beast pokes its head out from behind the girl's shoulders, rubbing against her red cheeks. Rift Cloud Beast. I'm just clearing my head. You don't have to come out and be cold with me together. Ryan, hello! You got Reed, Flame Shadow. Oh! So have you gotten everybody you wanted? Did you get the Leak Lady in Enfield? I haven't pulled for her. I'm saving. I'm saving for my Sui because once again, I have to get my Sui. I actually haven't played Enfield too much lately. Like, I've been doing my dailies and that's about it. Just because I've been feeling well, but I'm hoping tonight. Tonight I want to. You're missing Promexing. Okay, okay. I believe in you. Good Jujus. I mean, actually, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't want my good Jujus. I'm gonna have to spark her. But I believe in you. Also, wait! It took you 200 to get Silver Ash? Man! This banner has been hard on some people. I'm sorry to hear that, man. The little white creature, which has endured many harsh days and nights with Joanna, purrs gently. It purrs? Oh, that's cute. Thanks. I don't know how to face the Saintess. She's the Visar Yergander. I should love and honor her, but how could those things happen? Why must my family be punished? The girl sits quietly on the roof, Rift Cloud Beast in her arms, until the fine snowflakes cover her hair in white. The door leading to the backyard is pushed open. The visitor has added a few shallow footprints on the snow, and he sees 3 scattered crossbows as she walks to her left and picks up one to examine it. It is smaller than the other one that Joanna uses. And it casts her gaze in front. There are 3 targets standing a short distance away, with a few bolts on them that have yet to be retrieved. She's so cute and so fluffy. Yeah, Dusk isn't going to be on the point selector until next one when Wang is up. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that it wasn't bad for you, Wondering. She's so cute. We really do. they started training at such a young age. There's a name on the stalk. Does it belong to her siblings? Enya's attention is drawn to a bunch of sculptures scattered haphazardly on the ground on the other end of the yard. The visage is a familiar one. Enya approaches the largest among them and holds it before her. The sculptor was obviously extremely skilled, yet again they're smiling gently upon her. Yeah, she does not want to show up for people. This is just like the one we built at Lake Silverhuz. She knows how to style it. She's like, I'm not just gonna go ahead and put it on. I'm gonna look cute in it. And she does. So like mostly covered, mostly warm, but like a little bit of tail out and just like her ear out. It's wonderful. I guess this is what they all think you look like. There are other sculptures lying at her feet. Enya picks up one of them. This one is sleeker. The chisel marks on the face rougher, giving it a sense of harshness. Perhaps the sculptor had used too much force when sculpting the face and chiseled a little too much off. Damn. It's not right, is it? Doesn't look like Yetagander at all. The face needs to be a little thinner. And the body. Will you heed the plea of a humble handmaiden, Saintess? Enya, please! Dude, Red? I think Red has one of the strongest designs for an older operator. Especially like her summer one. I love the fact that her entire hair and fur color changes depending on the seasons. Red, welcome in! See? It looks better when the face is around her. She carefully puts the two sculptures of different sizes back. In this bare, unfamiliar backyard, Enya puts her hands together and prays towards the statue of Yegender, as the elders of the Vinebeat Court often do. I'm doing pretty good, thank you for asking. How about you, man? She does not make any wish. She only hopes for a miracle. The sun has set, but the hunter still sits in the yard. She hurriedly gets up to bow when she says Enya, but the latter lays a hand on her shoulder. Saintess, no need for formalities. It's just us two. I would prefer if you could call me Enya. As you wish. After greeting Enya, the girl looks aside and falls quiet again. There will be a lot of Yegender sculptures in the backyard. Did you and your family make them yourselves? Nods in silence. They look a little different. Is it because the people interpret the image of Yetagander depicted in old books differently? My dad made the ones that look like her. I made the ones that don't. I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask. Why did you make all those sculptures? My family is a branch in Clan Pelaroge that went into the mountains on Yetagander's orders. We've been hunters ever since. We believe that all the lives in the mountains share Yetagander's soul, and we are all part of the eternal cycle of life within her. Okay, so that explains why she's an Ursus. In gratitude for the blessing of Yetagander, every member of our family must learn to sculpt the image of Yetagander once we are old enough to hunt alone. We also make leather jackets, bone sculptures, and accessories with her mark. That's actually really cool. Here bless Hunter. Are the whispers of the wind and the grass not her hymns? Are the creatures that walk and fly not she embodied? The cycle of life and death is a cycle of water and ice. There is neither beginning nor end. Speak of Yetagander's wisdom and love, and listen. Rely not on signs and omens, but seek upon snow-covered peaks, and become one with her. Yes, this part feels different than the other parts of Yetagander. I always get stuck here. The details of the scriptures are not what matters the most. What's important is to be constantly mindful that Jäger watches and listens to all our words and deeds. You may not remember the complicated verses, but you're living, hunting, and sculpting according with her teachings. One thing I really like about being able to see Enya and everything, maybe it's because we haven't had entire Minnows-centric... I mean, I think we're having one eventually in a few months. But we haven't seen much of Minnows, which we know is the other priestess. I do appreciate being able to see, like, how they interpret their religion and everything in here. Even as a saintess. I mean, I truly understand the meaning of this passage, if I hadn't met you. Punchy! Welcome in! How you doing, man? You're one of the most pious faithfuls I've ever met. Jäger will protect your family. Really? Yes, I am her chosen saintess after all. You're her girlfriend, man. What are you talking about? She'll appear when we need her most, no matter what hardship we face. Tired but alright? That's alright, I feel that, man. Tears start rolling down the young cheeks of the huntess, who already puts on a strong front, falling and melting the snow by her feet. Joanna? What's the matter? Can you tell me? And he takes Joanna's trembling hands in hers. When I first learned how to hunt, I was bitten by an infected beast, and I got oropathy. Dad hunted every day and made those sculptures after coming back from the hunt so that we could sell them in town and buy medicine for me. But he did it for years. A few days ago, Dad's friend told me he was at the station the day the catastrophe happened. If I didn't... Joanna... Why Jäger? Kind of funny that the Minos event with the 6-star from Sargon... Look, man! What would Minos be without Sargon stealing their culture? It's lore accurate, man! The grieving girl drops to the ground, curled up in a fetal position. Enya kneels by her side, trying to find words of consolation. But for all the scripture she's memorized, none have an answer. After a brief hesitation, she begins patting the girl's back. Ren, I might have an answer. Just like the British? Victoria? Man, Victoria's worse about it, let's be honest. There's a lump in her throat. If even Eternal Jäger can fall silent, what could her sentence possibly do? Are you listening, Yar? Sitting by the window, the rift cloud beast suddenly growls with as much volume as it can muster, and darts back into Joanna's hood. Joanna sniffles and wipes her tears with her palms. Someone's coming. I'll get the door. Young lady, how do I get to the nearest town? Are you lost? Do you see those lights? Follow the trail down the mountain, and follow the lights when you come to a crossroad. It's getting dark, and my eyesight is poor. I'll walk with you. No, I can't leave right now. You'd spend the night here, and head down once the sun rises. No, I shouldn't trouble you. I'll follow the path down the mountain. What is it? Just an old man who got lost. You're quite far from town. People pass by here often? No, my family are the only ones who live here. We don't see many passerbys. In fact, you were the first. Look out! Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, that one was a pretty short one. I could have done it. I could have pushed myself last stream and done it. Back already, Gulo. You seem, you still have the gauze on your head. I told you to think before you act. You get back to the hospital right now and stay in bed. What did you miss so far? Honestly, not much. The biggest thing that you missed was that Rotochos from Clown Browntail has basically made a deal with the with the Victorians, and she's trying to get the Peloroches in on it by having a meeting with Arctos. Enya found a lot of sculptures of Yergagandir and was kind of thinking back to Yar, which is kind of not is she a proxy? She's not exactly a proxy, is she? Have I? Damn. And then she was just talking with her and finding out more information about her. Master, I heard that you're gonna meet with Ratatos again at the Browntail's invitation. You can't go. What? You think I'm afraid of her? That witch says she's gonna tell me the truth. I'm eager to see what she spews from that mouth of her. Okay, would have been kind of funny if he called her a wench, I'm not gonna lie. But Master, the meeting is on Browntail turf. This is clearly a trap. You think I don't know? A Peloroche never runs from a fight. Just because it's her turf doesn't mean that a Peloroche is helpless there. You know what? Seeing that gauze on your head is making me doubly mad. I don't care how mad you are, Master. I'm sitting right here at the door and not budging an inch until you change your mind. Siege came from an Aslan family and the Aslan royal came from Sargon? I mean, people tend to forget that the island that England is on was also invaded. Although it was more... And Arson, you may want to correct me here, because you are the history buff, not me. My understanding it was Rome, not Egypt. But at the same time, there's so much intertwined there that I can see how Arknights jumped there. Once again, that kind of makes sense. And what does any of that have to do with you? Rome, then Saxons, then the French? It is a whole mess. It's my own fault I got in a hurt and couldn't protect you. All I can do now is stop you from putting yourself in danger. I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at those bloody browntails. Damn. Don't worry. I'll settle the score for you. I'll show them nobody messes with Clan Peloroche. Get out of the way, brother. Master. Warriors, take General Gula back to his room. Story of every country? I'm trying to think if there isn't a country that's like that. Because it happened in Asia as well. Maybe we are just violent creatures. Like, we all know what happened in Latin America, so we can't even say that. I think at the end of the day, we are just violent creatures. Several warriors help Gulo up and help him walk back to his room. I'm not afraid of them, but I won't go unprepared. Fine. Prepare a few more cars, boys. Dinner is ready, Madame Sirius. What about the matriarch? Will she not join us? Matriarch Ratatos just left. She says not to worry about her. I remember the matriarch saying she had a meeting with Clan Peloroche today. But it's so early. Did she go alone? We're not sure. Something doesn't feel right, Yucatan. Go after her. Alright. Yucatan's gonna die. One moment, please. Madame Sirius, Master Yucatan. This one is OS4 after. What is it this time? The matriarch left orders before she left. We are not allowed, we are not to allow the two of you to leave home tonight. Under any circumstance. Is she prepared to die? Saintess, get down! Drat. Who are these people? How dare they attempt to murder the Saintess at Yerag soil? Maybe they're not from Yerag. They're dangerous. Don't worry, Saintess. I'll protect you with all my life. They won't get in so easily. Don't underestimate the hunters of Yerag. The young huntress locks and loads her heavy crossbow, barely taking any time to aim it through the broken window before pulling the trigger. It is immediately followed by multiple screams. Hit. Careful. There are a lot of them. We can't just stay here. We need to get out. What do we do? Calm down. Listen to me. Okay. The smart thing to do would have been locking them in the cabin and burning it up instead of, like, pretending to be an old man and shooting arrows in there. So, like, these attackers aren't very good. Lying prone in the snow, the attackers gestures to those behind him to remain hidden. They've learned their lesson the hard way. They slowly close in on the house, on guard against the crossbow bolts that could be fired from the window at any time with uncanny accuracy. They could see a shadow move behind the curtain, and the edges of the curtain sway. The attacker raises his crossbow. The poisoned bolt strikes the figure behind the curtain. Hears a sound of the body hitting the floor, then silence. Hit. Not sure if she's down. Units 2, 3, and 4, hold position. Unit 1, with me. Approach with care. The intel says there's 2 of them. Several figures sneak up on the house, breaking in once they've determined that no sound coming inside. What? It's a wooden sculpture? The sculpture yet again lies on the floor, a crossbow bolt sticking out of its head. The silence did not notice the delicate sound of machinery operate as they enter the room. A bomb? They hear the ringing of a bell, while their arms and legs go weak. 5 loaded crossbows and a massive net take aim at the invader. They fell for it, just like you said! Enya! What type of... Oh my god, Enya! I don't want Enya to have to battle the ATF, because, like, it's gonna be bad. It would be very bad. Not for her, but for them. You better repent for damaging the sculpture yet again there. Now, run! Okay, there's experience from Rhodes Island, and then there's this. Also, I didn't say welcome in. Hi, Bree. Welcome in. Alpha, report. The Pelroche convoy has cleared the 3rd checkpoint. Confirm target position. Backseat of the lead car. Shall we engage? Affirmative. Wait, there's a change in the situation. The target stopped moving. No direct line of sight. Can't see what's going on. Browntail warriors, what are they doing here? Stand by. I'm calling number 1. What's the meaning of this? Your matriarch told me to come meet with her. Then sent you to stop us? The location of the meeting is just ahead, Sir Actos. This will only take a minute of your time. Please allow us to search your vehicles, in the interest of safety. What a joke. You're afraid of a handful of boys when your people pick the location? You people are cowards. The orders came from the matriarch Ratatos. We request your cooperation. Do what you want. You've got nothing to hide. No issues. You may proceed now, Sir Arctos. Not so fast. You searched us. Now we search you. Search every nook and cranny from here to the Browntail Manor. The road and everything around it. find anybody suspicious. Take them in. Yes, sir! Report on target's location, Alpha. Come in, Alpha. Alpha, can you hear me? Report! What's going on? Command, the target's car has entered our surveillance zone and is approaching the final point of action. Should we move? When did he... Is there any movement from the target? No, the target hasn't exited the vehicle. I can't see inside from here. Stand by. Engage when you have visual on the target. Bravo reporting. We have visual on what we believe is to be an armed Yerag patrol. Have you identified them? Unclear. Possible Pelaroach guards. Charlie reported. We've spotted Yerag warriors too. They're searching nearby buildings. Our position may be compromised. Should we make a move now? Negative. Stand by. We've been compromised. Engaging. They found us. We've been exposed. Repeat. We've been exposed. Permission for final action. Bloody hell. Affirmative. It's, oh man, Ratatos is, she's never coming to Rhodes Island. She might just be dead. The north wind blows over the mountain road. The tusk hides among the rocks he bides. Take your bow, swing it low by the little wood window. Hit! The forest is the domain of the hunter. The young huntress takes Enya into the forest. The mysterious is silent in hot pursuit. Their numbers are soon thinned by crossbow bolts that seem to come out of nowhere. There's at least one more. Where are you? The huntress knows that her last shot has revealed her position, while the enemy has withdrawn into the shadows. She hides behind a large tree, zeroing in on one little sound. Lock, load, loose. Missed? No! The young huntress is pushed to the ground as her shot misses. The attacker picks up the bolt from the ground and aims it at her throat. But he never gets the chance to bring his raised hand down. It is frozen. Are there any aliens in Arknights? Technically everyone here is an alien. And I may be wrong. I need to go into the lore book. I mean, Talos 2, most of them came from Talos 2 or were brought over from that. And the Doctor and Priestess. So, I don't know, man. I would say yes. Other way? Yeah, I know that, like, they also... I thought my understanding, and I may be wrong here about lore, so I apologize. I thought they originally came from Talos, and then they were brought back. And that's why, like, the OG Terrans look like monsters. But even then, they're descendants of animals that evolved, do you think? I know the Doctor and Priestess, they would be considered aliens, though, wouldn't they? So it is one of those things, I don't know, man. I have to look at that. Yeah, yes, they are. Okay. So technically we are the alien. Red. But they never get a chance to bring his raised hand down. It is frozen. A blurred silhouette appears from above the silent, bringing the weight of 1,000 mountains down upon his head. Okay, there are some beings in Terra who are actually native to it. But not all of them, correct? Not every race is native to Terra. This is why I need the lore book. It's stuck in customs again. I don't know why I went back into customs, but it's in customs right now. TCAS are native? Okay, so yeah, like, most of the races, aren't they technically alien? You think? Short question, yes. I mean, short answer, yes. Long answer is yes, but I don't remember which ones are, which ones aren't. The ground trembles and the snow on the tree branches is scattered. Dagenbreaker? Yeah, okay, I thought so. Wasn't it Talos 2 originally? And that's like part of the reason why we're back on Talos 2? Dagenbreaker catches the bolt flying towards her with one hand. Who are you? What do you want with the Saintess? Stop, Joanna! Dagenbreaker's a friend. Dagenbreaker? Joanna hesitantly removes the bolt from her crossbow as she looks up and down at Dagenbreaker. I've heard your name before. They say you're a strong warrior. But I've never seen a man beaten into permafrost like that. What are you doing here, Dagenbreaker? Dagenbreaker's not a friendly name? I mean, that's her code name. I don't want her to be friendly with me. Quite the opposite. I guess it's breach or breaker or something like that, but I want her to break me. That's what I want her to do. Pet, pet, pet. And Ciota sent me. I apologize, but now is not the time to stick with the rules. You'll like her in this event? I like her, period. She could have the most insignificant part, and I will love her. How did he know I was in danger? This is not the only attack in recent days. There were attempts on the lives of the members of Clan Silverash and Pelaroche. Soon after you left the Bead Court, the three clans are on the brink of civil war. How could this be? These people. Only now do the trio have time to take a long look at the silence. Latest silence, more precisely. They're wearing Pelaroche armor, and they are carrying standard issue Yerarg weapons. Clan Pelaroche? That's impossible! Clan Pelaroche has always been loyal. They would never think of murdering the Saintess. But there has to be an explanation for these people. They must be in disguise! Someone's trying to frame Pelaroches. Let me see. There must be some gaps in their disguise. Yes! Look at this bolt! These people thought they could fool us wearing Pelaroche clothes, but they're very important things wrong. Look, the bolts that they're carrying are two-fletched. The ones used by Pelaroche warrior are three-fletched, which are more suitable for battle than hunting. Dad told me that our family was the best, most loyal warriors of Pelaroche before we split from the clan. Our shooting skills were passed down from our ancestors, who used them in war, mostly against the Silver Ashes. Her autism's taking over? Okay, but like, it's helpful. Can a girl be a little autistic? A logical explanation. All ancient history now. The wars between the three clans, Pelaroche, Browntail, and Silverash, have long since come to an end, and your family became hunters of Yergagunder's kindness. Yes, by Yergagunder. Just a little as a treat. It's not hard to guess who's impersonating Clan Pelaroche. The Victorians. Dagenbreaker pulls a bolt from one of Victoria's necks and examines it. Did you make this yourself? Yes, my dad taught me when I was little. The craftsmanship has been passed down my family from one generation to the next. From one generation to the next. The cut of the fletching, the shape of the point, even the etch on the shaft. These are all unique to Ursus. I mean, that's not shocking. Let's be honest, like, that they originate from Ursus? You're telling me the Bear Clan comes from Bearland? How's that possible? That sets the mark of Yergagunder's faithful. I've seen arrows like these in my day in the Rias and Casimirs many times, used by those who claim to master the most authentic Ursine martial arts. A gimmick, no doubt. But the GCC can also sponsor legitimate historians. I've read their papers and seen the artifacts they dug up. But we're all indigenous Yerag. We used to be part of Clan Pelarosh. What does Ursus have to do with Yerag? Enya? Some brought flags, some brought drums, and some brought swords. The three outsiders fought constantly. Their blood turned the rivers red, and she grieved. She went to the place of battle and said, "Sheath your weapons, and let your hearts be joined, and I will bestow upon you the blessing of prosperity, and protect you from the ill." But the three were foolish, and continued to fight even after they heard her words. So she cracked the heavens and split the clouds, and she brought forth the miracle, and the fighting was stopped. One of them wept. But how could we forget the hatred, the blood that was shed? And she wept as well, and her tears froze the enemy, becoming 3 eternally frozen peaks. What was that? A passage from the Yergagander that is often overlooked. Now I think I understand. Joanna, I believe that your family, indeed, all of Clan Pelarosh, originally came from Ursus. Really? Oh yeah, there's many bears that are not like distinct. Like, I guess we could like go down a path and see what they evolved from, and like there would it be a common ancestor? Would it be Russia? I don't know, but like it is kind of funny. It's like, yeah, they were all Russians. Her poncho is so cute. You think so too? Yes, but it's not just you. The Silver Ashes and Brown Tails came from elsewhere as well. As the scriptures say, our 3 clans were outsiders who fought incessantly over resources until Yergagander intervened. 3 frozen peaks seem to refer literally to the 3 mountains surrounding Yerag, but in fact refers to the domain of the 3 clans, which she had demarcated. We do! Fluff is so good! She will come again, if the swords are not laid down. Several years ago, she manifested through me, averting what would have been the first civil war between the 3 clans in centuries. Is all of this happening because of the tensions? The hearts of the 3 clans must be joined in order to receive her protection. The first virtue that Yergander taught us was forgiveness. That's actually really cool. We got the master. Strat! Wild. Cursed word in here. How's the story so far? I'm actually really enjoying it, and I'm actually very curious as to where it's going. Not much action, but I do love all the moves that everyone's making. Yeah, but to hear that your entire clan originates from outside where you thought you guys were, that's something. Story beats Trigodia. Don't get me. We're not talking about Trigodia. Trigodia to this day pisses me off. Recap from where? From last stream or from? Well, I'll just do from last stream really quickly. Honestly, what's going on? Browntail seems to have united with Victoria. They're trying to kill the Pelarosh clan, basically. Seth, welcome in! Yes, very good. Enya has basically survived the assassination attempt again, and Degenbreaker has joined her. Joanna has just discovered that her family is from Ursus. We haven't had much Silver Ash content yet right now, but that's like the very easy. That's the very, like, fast and easy one of it. We got the master. The tall guards bring over several pioneers bound with ropes. Or prisoners bound with ropes. Yeah, you know what? British fuckery. The Victorians proceed to ruin not just their own location, but other locations as well. Oh, there was also a trap laid out by the Pelaroches, but the Pelaroches caught on. These guys were hiding in some abandoned houses, clearly up to no good. They had binoculars and communication equipment on them. Victorians by the looks of it. Huh, just as I thought. Ratatos is plotting with the Victorians to kill me. We'll take these men to her. Real! It really is, Strat! No, we'll do it in front of the Vinebead court, with all 3 clans present. And we'll see what she has to say for herself. Who's there? We caught the remaining Victorian spies, Sir Arktos. We're glad to see that you are unharmed. What? What do you mean? Matriarch Ratatos' orders were to protect you, Sir Arktos. We had been following you, and stopped these men when they were attempted to make a move against you. The warriors put their bound prisoners down. What in the name of Yergagander? Where is Ratatos? We do not know. She said she would try to draw out the spies that Victoria has deployed around here. When they reveal themselves, we can. What?! The old Browntown Manor explodes. Its walls torn apart like cardboard. The Britons got through a devastating civil war, cancer nukes, and they still find time for other... Real to Victoria. Let's be honest, man. Glass and wood fragments fly in all directions as flames consume the traces of a once sumptuous history. The boiling smoke distorts the night air. The Pelarosh warrior stands transfixed, eyes wide. Behind the brown car, some warriors caught by the blast and I stagger as they try to help each other up. The echoes of the explosion gradually disperse, leaving the crackle of wood and distant sirens even clearer in the night. A charred jacket drifts down in front of Arktos. This is... Ratatos. There's no way Ratatos is dead. If Ratatos really was like, oh, they're gonna try to mess with us? Wait! Does this mean that the Victorians were trying to kill the 2 other heads and leave Silver Ash? There's no way, right? There's no way my boy was out here. Silver Ash, you can't be stupid enough. Like, I know you're trying to play chess with people. There's no way you're stupid enough to, like, try to do this. We don't know that yet, Effie. Welcome in, by the way, but we don't know that yet. What the hell have you done? The Browntown clan only had 1 attack suicide house. Alright, we continue. A layer of snow has formed on the withered branch. The rift cloud beast climbs to its tip, squinting in an impression of scouting. The Saintess sighs, turning around to look behind her. The huntress following her pauses, her face slightly red from the wind. Joanna, you don't need to follow me. I'm very grateful for all that you've done. As I told you, though, the pilgrimage must be completed alone. Strictly speaking, I shouldn't even be talking to you. I know. I'm not following you. I'm not your guard or your servant. I just happen to be traveling in the same direction. I love this autistic woman! Oh! Look, she waited until, like, she could make sure that the bloodline would continue. But let's be honest, man. Browntail's bloodline is doing better than the Silver Ash bloodline. At least, like, the Browntails figured it out on their own. Silver Ash out here begging for it to happen. Don't worry, I won't talk to you. If anyone sees this, I'll pretend I don't know you. I won't let danger strike you again. I'll just follow behind. Do you know where I'm going? Wherever you're going, I'm going. That's all I need to know. I love you. You are good. Pat, 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 pat. I'm glad we got her as the, like, 5-star. But I'm looking for Jägergundir. What? Looking for her? Did she disappear? I don't know, but disaster will strike Yera again if she does not return. People will lose their lives, and even more will lose their faith. I must return to the Vinebead Court and consult the tomes. The others must not know for now. Then I'll follow you. Don't worry. If anyone's on your tail, I'll chase them away for you. Purr. I think the Rift Cloudbeast just saw something. In the direction that the Rift Cloudbeast is looking, the trail to the Vinebead Court is filled with people dressed in solemn colors. Looks like someone very important just passed away. Who could it be? Enya shakes her head. She cannot help but feel a shiver down her spine. Thick her clothes are. Did Rattatoes really die? There's no way. There's no way. Are you alright, Enya? We'll go slowly, around the cloud. There's no way there's a funeral for Rattatoes. I know I joked. There's, you know, somebody was in here the other day saying like, man, I hope we get Rattatoes. Bad news, bucko. Bad news, bucko. Dark clouds hang low, almost touching the temple's eaves. It is a cold day, even by Yediga's standards. The north wind seems to penetrate the eyes and spines of the mourners. Family members and clerics gather in the courtyard with heads bowed. The people of the Browntail domain have gathered outside to honor and grieve their matriarch, who protected Yerag with her life. There's no way! I mean, it wouldn't be the first time punching. It would not be the first time in Arknights where that's happened. Snow falls upon the black umbrellas. One of the Browntail nobles gives the one in his little hand a shake and sighs as the snow pours down. So, the matriarch's body. They never found it. Oh, we're fine! They never found the body! It's fine! It's all a show! The fire was too big. They turned on every inch of whatever is left and found nothing. I heard they put her usual attire in the coffin, along with some ashes gathered from the scene. Nothing more. How sad. To think the one as bright as the matriarch would. Madame Sirius. I apologize. I spoke out of turn. Exactly, Strat. Sirius does not answer. She walked to the center of the courtyard, waiting for her sister, who had been by her side for as long as she could remember. Look. If she had really burned to death, even if you could not find a body, you would have found some remnants of bones. So, like, there is no way she's dead. Chimes tremble up to the melody of flutes. The clerics put their hands together and chant Yedigander's hymn, and the people place their hands upon the hearts to pray to the song. I don't think this would be that realistic. Punchy, you forget how much, like, research Arknights actually does. Most games, I would have been like, okay, or like most entertainment things, I would have been like, nah. But as far as Arknights goes, if they actually killed her off and said that they found nothing at all, and like that was it, I would be genuinely surprised. Now, as the other part goes, let's be honest, it's a trope. It's a trope that if you don't find the body in any type of game or anime or anything like that, they're alive. Here's the crazier thing, Strat. He is the first one to be unemployed. That the Arknights Twitter didn't call out for being unemployed. So, it's one of those things where he's happy, but everyone just calls him the former head. No, Nathan, don't worry, Lurk. You do not have to send anything. You enjoy yourself. Don't worry about it. Yeah, unless they show the death on screen. And even then, like, I'll be honest, deaths in Arknights, I don't fully trust. Because at the end of the day, like, I know we're gonna have to come back. The only one, and like, this is technically a spoiler, but come on, like, if you missed this one, like, it's been years. The only one that I think will actually be perma is Frost Nova. We're never getting her! Let's continue the story. Yes, I probably should. Yet have mercy. Take her with you. 6 members of Clan Browntail's main branch carry a heavy Namu wood coffin up the muddy road. Yucatan at the head of the procession. They carefully lay the coffin down on a table in front of the new Browntail matriarch. Frostleaf? No, Frostleaf dies when you eat to her. That's how she dies. Yucatan walks with his wife, the grief on his face, contrasting the serious, calm expression. Say it ain't so. I'm sorry, man. Yucatan. Russ, thank you. The hymn draws to a close. All is quiet, and all eyes fall on Sirius. For the first time, she understands the mask that Ratatos was forced to wear, the weight of responsibility, which crushes those unworthy of it. Thank you for being here, to honor the memory of Ratatos Browntail. She was my sister, staunch guardian of the Clan Browntail, and faithful child of Yergagandr. Her wisdom gave courage. She told me that she would protect me and everyone here. And she always believed in a better tomorrow in Yerag, even in the most troubling times. All her life, she carried out the task that her grandfather entrusted to her, giving everything to Clan Browntail, even in her final moments. I have lost someone very dear to me. It is only today that I realize the weight of the burden she has carried, and I will never have the chance to tell her. Don't worry, you will. I know you'll remember her face, her voice, her sacrifice, and her deep love. For Yerag, for Clan Browntail, and for her family. Each module has a before and after, so not like previous ones where the stages skip for some cutscenes? Oh! Really? And you will remember, as I do, who took her from us. Leave behind the wounds that never fully heal. A life so short, bright as dawn, shall walk with her in eternity. By Yergagandr. Enter the crowd, following Sirius' lead as they kneel and pay their respect to the departed. Even in times like these, when all is swept up in calamity, Yergagandr will continue to bring peace and tranquility to the people of Yerag. Pepe was the brain rot? You're not wrong. 2 figures emerge in the crowd as those in attendance stand up. It is Arctos and Matterhorn, approaching the coffin with the white flowers in hand. My condolences, Sirius. Wait! Why isn't it Silver Ash? Why isn't Silver Ash there? Why is Matterhorn representing Clan Silver Ash? Is Sirius's husband still alive? I mean, they just had a child, so I'm assuming so. Ratatos died because of me, and I'll never forget it. Thank you, Artus. I assume so, but like, why? Understandable, have a nice day? What, are you trying to replace him? It's just, if I remember correctly, Clan Browntail always has a matriarch. Or at least it's because she's like the blood Browntail, so he can't be in charge. This is a painful lesson to both our clans, to recognize who our true enemies are. Matriarch Sirius. Sir Axiotis expresses regret for not being able to attend the funeral and sends his apologies and condolences. He will pay a visit to Browntail Manor personally when the time is right. Please take care, Matriarch Sirius. He's so busy he can't even come to the funeral? Thank you. I understand. Clown Browntail recognizes the work that Axiotis has done for Yerag. Let us continue the ceremony. I believe we have matters to discuss. You know what? Good on her! Because Arctos was ready to fight, and she's just like, yeah, this isn't... We literally just lost someone. This is not the time and place. The crowd departs. The empty coffin is buried on Browntail land, next to the grandfather who loved her so dearly. With lips pressed together, Sirius looks at the two men before her. Both look slightly angry. I'm simply reiterating the decision of the last Tri-Clan Council, Sir Arctos. All external affairs shall be handled by Sir Axiotis and Clan Silverash, including matters associated with Victoria. Okay, but Matterhorn, you have to understand, circumstances have changed. Someone in the clan died. So unless Silverash wants to take responsibility for that, he needs to realize that at the end of the day, he can't really do that at this moment. Is that why he had the nerve to demand the Victorian spies? The murder of Browntail Matriarch is no small affair. I won't allow the Silverash to interrogate them on their own. I'm actually surprised he hasn't got an altar for that reason. Master Matterhorn, it was the matriarch of Clan Browntail who was assassinated. I believe Clan Browntail should have full authority on this matter. Is Axiotis not pleased with this arrangement? Of course not. However, it is a matter of principle to defer the tradition of the Tri-Clan Council. There is a formal, rational justification for allowing Clan Silverash to handle the spies. You've returned to Silverash enough already, Matterhorn. You people have given us nothing but excuses when it comes to negotiating with Victorians, and now these people have conducted terror attacks in broad daylight. How about we invite Axiotis to explain his attitude towards Victorians and what he's planning to Sirius's face, and then we can talk about the spies. Look, man, the amount of stress that, like, I'm sure comes from stepping down as the head of Carlon in general would probably be amazing. I'll be honest. Unemployment, if you have financial security, is great. And like he's still the head. He's still the head of Clan Silverash. Kindly refrain from baseless accusations, Sir Arctos. I've already shown considerable restraint. You and Matriarch Ratchatos were not the only ones to be attacked. Lady Ense also narrowly escaped their life. I would like nothing more than to get my hands on the assassins personally. Did we get copy? Copy of who? Also, welcome in, Phantom. If you're talking about copy of Silverash, I have nothing but Silverash. I have a near full pot Silverash, and I'm guaranteed to have a full pot Silverash by the end of this, and it's driving me insane. I want his sister! Well, if that's true, then this will be easy enough. We'll put the Victorians on trial in front of Yerag, and then we'll let Clan Browntail have their way with them. Let all of Terra know that Yerag shows no mercy to our enemies. Too reckless. We already interrogated them. They were awfully tight-lipped. I doubt any public trial would achieve anything. He really is! But here's the thing, he can't do it forever. I'm 10 away from pity. Once I do that, I'm gonna spark her. And guess what? Immediately, we're going to my bedroom. Instead, I'm worried that you may see this as an opportunity to get the rise out of the people. It's not a risk we can take. With all the unrest in Yerag right now, if they have the guts to do so, just cut their tongues out. We should have dragged them out and spilled their blood for Rathatos at the funeral. Arctos, no one wants revenge for my sister more than I do. But we can't get carried away when there's still hope of actually coaxing some information from them. Matriarch Circe is right. This is a matter for... She's actually handling all of this really well, and I'm like mega proud of her. Please excuse interruption. A cleric from the Vine Beach court has something to discuss. The last envoy from the Vine Beach court almost got Arktos and Enya killed. How do I know you are who you say you are? There is no need to be concerned. Sir Arktos knows me. Yeah, this clan is clearly Russian. He's right. This is Father Frey from the Vine Beat Court. All right, then. What does he want to say, Father? I am here for the Victorian spies. Oh! Oh! It's over! It's over! Silver Ash can't stop that! The position of the Vine Beat Court is that this is an extremely delicate issue. There will be considerable criticism and arrest, no matter which of the three clans takes charge. Therefore, the spies should be placed in the custody of the court. We shall arrange interrogations, of which you will be informed, and in which you'll have the opportunity to participate. I object. Why delay things when we're going to kill them anyway? The Vine Beat Court can't do this. The Tri-Clan Council has already decided that Clan Silverash will handle Victorian affairs. Need I remind you, the Tri-Clan Council has also agreed to return temporal power to the court. The saint is on her pilgrimage right now. The Vine Beat Court cannot decide on her behalf. It is interesting that you would mention the saintess now, when Sir Ansiotes has always been at odds with us. All Yerog knows that the saintess and Vine Beat Court have always been of one mind. The scriptures speak testaments to this. The Vine Beat Court has often acted on behalf of the saintess in her absence. Tell Sir Ansiotes he will not presume to take all the power for himself. Father! Calm down, Matterhorn. Clan Browntail accepts the request. You can send your people tomorrow, Father, and we will hand the spies over to the Vine Beat Court. Serious? I know your concerns, but it's more important that than ever to put aside the conflicts between the three clans. It would be great to have the Vine Beat Court mediate. Thank you for your wisdom, Matriarch. The Vine Beat Court prays for Clan Browntail. By Yergagander. Serious bows to the Vine Beat Court envoy. Yeah, there was no way that Matterhorn was gonna win that. It is past noon, and the funeral procession begins to disperse. Gonzo! Welcome in! A man sitting in a car parked a little way witnesses the scene, then draws the curtain over the window. Looks like someone is getting impatient. There has been a lot of movement in the Vine Beat Court ever since the saintess's departure. I was surprised that Ratatos was willing to go this far, using herself as bait to draw out the Victorian spies. Again? You're gonna get your tire slashed. An impressive performance that brought the actions of Victoria into daylight. And if Victorians are trying to instigate a war between her and the other clans, this is also the most efficient way to cleanse any suspicion from Clan Browntail. But it's not enough. We must make use of this valuable time the Ratatos brought us. You want cute girls and Arknights and awful geopolitics? Look, man. You'll get, yeah, exactly. You'll get geopolitics and like it. You gotta deal with it. These cute girls are suffering, and we gotta help them. And it's because of the geopolitics. Let my dreams be memes. You got your one gif, okay? You have the stonks meme. That's it. That's all. This is the reason why we can't bring her in. This is the reason why the only thing she has is that meme, and she'll never have an event. Snowhunter's a very cute girl. Also, you weren't at fault this time. I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you. Why don't you show up at her funeral? I wanted to avoid direct conflict with the other clan leaders, especially in public. And how's Enya? Her injuries were minor. All the Victorian assassins are dead. But you asked for her meme for that one particular day, and I have it saved! It's a wonderful meme! But guess what, man? We gotta go back to the geopolitics. I don't believe you, Gonzo. I don't believe you! in a sense she has planned to carry out in secret. She told me to come back once we cleaned up. All the people know is that the saint is actually on her pilgrimage. All the Victorians know this assassination attempt failed. You wiped out all the traces from the mountains. And it's certainly true that the present, the legendary Black Knight, would not be conducive to secrecy. That's what I thought as well. What if your geo isn't politics? What then? Then it's a collab event. Not a bad plan. I also need people I can trust by my side for what is to come. Our real troubles have only just begun. Anciotis takes out an envelope and hands it to Degenbreaker. Inside is a thick stack of agreements and a letter written to Victoria. Or in Victorian. Read it. A letter? From whom? You could call it a letter. Or a declaration of war. What?! To the chairman of Carlin Trade, the son of my kinswoman Elizabeth, dear Anciotis Silverash, I hope this letter finds you well. It has been more than a decade since we met at the banquet. Perhaps you recalled our conversations, as I did, when you heard about the recent events in Victoria. You foretold this conflict that I was personally involved in, and you have earned the right to sit at the table with Victorians as equals. But do not forget that every step you have taken is on the path that Victoria wants to see taken, one which she has paid for you. Victoria's position remains the same as after the catastrophe. We support Yedag's development in respect to Yedag's faith, and I believe that Clan Silverash and Yedag have never needed more help than now. I will offer you that help. Based on the current partnership with Carlin Trade, I will accept the following proposal. A special office jointly created, funded and managed by both sides, establishing a foundation when its location is in the city center. Victoria will double down on existing investment in the form of equipment and investment-free loans, and share more industrial technology to support the future development of Yedag. All Yedag needs to do is open its door to Victoria mining efforts, including but not limited to Originium, repaying the loans in kind. I know it was asked earlier if this is before or after, like, what chapter? My guess is it's current time. Because why are you trying to find more mines for Originium? Carlin Train will not need to provide any cash. After all, there are many places where it can be put to good use, considering present circumstances, Yedag. I believe this is to be a fair sign of good faith. The associated contracts have already been drafted and enclosed, ready for your review and signature. I'll be happy to meet with you, should you wish to discuss the details. I look forward to the links that the Castor bloodline can build between us. And I am curious as to whether Yedag has become what you want it to be. Yeah, that one I am aware, because it's after the war. But more which chapter is it after? How fucked are we? That's the question. Okay, that was OS... We are gonna make it to 5. Let's go! How far we make it to, though? I have no idea! Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about you guys! Yeah, it is 11:01. We've only been going for an hour 20. 33 hours for the Yedag catastrophe. Instrument, check. Terminal battery, check. Pen, ink, paper, check. Coffee, check. She was so happy, man. Anubis, hello! Yes, we are. Or at least I am. That's a lot of time in dog years. Shut up, Punchy. It's all-nighter time. Whoa. Bree, do we? Because, like, my girl suffered. Do we? Enya was struggling! A rustling sound coming from the corner gives Elena a fright. Only then does she realize that she's not the only person in the observation room. Happier than other places? Yeah, happier, but happy? A human figure crawls out of the pile of waste paper by the instruments. Oh, it's you, Elena. I thought of some great scientist was pulling an all-nighter in an effort to win the Max Prize. Carolyn? You remember me? Of course I remember the rising star of the energy section. The youngest researcher ever to join our ranks. I'm flattered. I thought you had already left. The schedule said I was supposed to be the only one on the station duty up today. Like the schedule's ever meant anything. Would have been sleeping here for 2 straight weeks if it did. No wonder I've hardly seen you ever since I came to the station. Must be tough. How does it feel to be back? You mean... coming back from Marine Lab? You were the first person I thought of when they started recruiting for the observation station project, but I thought you would turn it down. Honestly, it wasn't an easy decision. King of Sarcasm! No, we have a little bit. You're probably like towards the later half, but like we're only like halfway through. At the end of the day, though, the company gave some value opportunity. Besides, achievements for Ryan Lab itself have never been in question. I still think my time at Ryan Lab was the closest I've ever been to achieving my dreams. I have to admit, even Ferdinand was a great researcher if nothing else. Indeed, he has a mind for physics, so let him do what he does best. You know, he stopped messing with other researchers since he got out of prison. He's been spending all his time on research. I think there's going to be a new director of energy before long. Maybe she's standing in front of me now. No. You've got to be kidding me. I just wanted to get closer look. She is. She's the one that is missing with Monch. Elena looks up and sees the sky obscured by snow through the observation's clear dome. She hates this feeling, just like she hates her family's backward traditions and beliefs. All the things in her way that have nothing to do with science itself. She believes that science should be pure, ever advancing, solving questions about Terra one at a time. I actually don't know where her sister's at. Basically, what? What are you talking about? She's not my type, but she is cute. The observation station is an invaluable opportunity. I only want to focus my research, maybe push a little further than the boundaries of existing knowledge if I can. Oh, okay, I didn't see that. By the way, how did the polls go? Yeah. I haven't got a pram yet. Emphasis on yet. I'm 10 polls away. Technically, I could just roll for her now. I don't want to because we have 10 free pulls left. So, it's one of those. The ritual failed? The ritual brought nothing but the man. I'm gonna have him full potted. He like licked his lips and did the little hand thing and was like, hey, what up, girl? And I'm like, no, your sister. Your sister, please. Exactly, Punchy. It brought riches, just the wrong type. What kind of sorceries do we need to summon cute girls? Pity. Pity, that's what you need. Boundaries, huh? This is the closest place there is. Oh! I'm living the Fujo's wet dream. Silver Ash is a lot of people's treasure. Like, a lot of people's treasure. And like, I hate to say it, I'm starting to realize it. Oh, I know what it is. It's so stupid. Say, have you heard the legend of Yerag? Legend? What legend? The land has not suffered a catastrophe for 1,000 years, thanks to the protection of their god. Well, every country once attributed unusual phenomena to the gods. Yerag just held onto this tradition longer because of its location. Yet it's indeed true that Yerag has not suffered catastrophe for 1,000 years. It's certainly unusual, but there must be a reason. Maybe the high elevation makes it difficult for originating particles to converge, or a pheromone? Huh? Come on, I'm being serious! I know there's a legend about pheromones, ancient bees, the signs of mountains, that turn into mountains and rivers after death. First off, there's no confirmed accounts providing the existence of pheromones. Besides, if this did exist, where do they find the energy to sustain their biological activities? Elena! Elena! Do you know how many pheromone proxies are on Rhodes Island? You're a woman of science! What do you mean there existed? There's no oh my god. Oh my god, Elena! Elena! We have Yar, and then we have all the Sui, and we keep recruiting them. We're literally going through interdimensional portals to, like, battle one of them in integrated strategy. And Elena's here is like, yard, 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 there's no proof. Woman! Woman! Like, do they just pretend that they're not? Oh my god. They're not necessarily on Rhodes Island, so she might not have met them? Elena's American, what do you expect? Okay, okay, but here's the thing. She's still a scientist. I will mock my country a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But like, I expect a bit more from her. America blind, you know what, you got a point there, man. She's an American scientist, so honestly, we kind of deserve that. It is very stinky. Yeah, exactly, Bree. They have reports. You're telling me that if you were a scientist and you got access to Rhodes Island, all their, like, everything that they have, all their reports and everything, you wouldn't have checked it out and then been like, oh, there's pheromones. And a lot of... Wait! The Tianxi aren't even a secret! We know why the Tianxi are here! Even if you want to pretend and be like, well, it's one of those entire situations where maybe they didn't have access or maybe she didn't come across them. We know why the Tianxi are there. They're kind of not secretive about it. They're very open. They're very open about what the Tianxi are doing. And then here she is like, we have no idea. The real American president is one. Okay. Hiding things about their government? Let's be honest. Colombia absolutely would. Colombia absolutely would cover that up. But like, come on. Let's not go into the government, shall we? It's alright, it's alright. I'll just be a nutjob conspiracy theorist. Oh, yes, but she's asking about the energy, but she starts with there's no confirmed accounts providing the existence of pheromones. What is this sentence? What do you mean, Elena? Sorry, I'm baffled. I'm baffled by this woman's ignorance. Why bring this up anyway? Because there's like literal gods among us and you don't believe them, Elena. Like, they're all around us. What are you talking about? Just something that occurred to me while I was chatting. Well, that's enough gabbing. I can rest. I'll take over observation for the night. Oh, you can rest. I'll take over observation for the night. Really? But you've done a bunch of night shifts in a row. It's not like my circadian rhythm can get any more messed up, and chatting with you woke me up. If I recall correctly, there's still some bugs to iron out with the power supply to the high energy particle beam. Wow, you know about that? Get some rest and put that brain of yours to better use. I guess I'll take you up on the offer. Thank you so much. I'll buy you some fins and ship from the Victorian restaurant that just opened at the foot of the mountain when you have the time. Oh my god. She really is Colombian. Oh my god. Hey, we're like in a foreign country and like we could probably go to a mom and pop shop and I'll buy you some good food from here. We've only been here for like a little bit of while, so there's still plenty of food we can try. But there's like fried food that just opened down the block. I'll go ahead and get you that. Please don't. No Victorian wants to have to enjoy authentic Victorian cuisine in a foreign land. I forget. You got cheese fondue then? No, let's go to Raising Cane's. That sounds great. Wait, Punji, you're not American. You don't know. Raising Cane's? It's named after a dog. It is another deep and quiet night in Yerag. The ancient land slumbers, and lamps give ways to stars. Raising Cane's only has good sauce, nothing else? I'll actually fight you on that. Because I know everyone's entire issue with Raising Cane's is like, it's not really seasoned. They have good bread. The coleslaw is like whatever, but everyone like shifts out the coleslaw. The bread is delicious. As in raising a canine? No, Cane was the dog's name. And yeah, like maybe it doesn't have much seasoning, but literally the point of Raising Cane's is to dip it in the sauce. The sauce is delicious. So, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, alright, you could say that it's not properly like seasoned, but it's supposed to be sauced. You had on the way to Vegas? I like it. I'll be honest, when it comes to Cane's versus Zaxby's, I'll take Cane's because at least the sauce is good and I don't like the Zaxby sauce. Vegas made it suck. Vegas makes a lot of things suck, so I would not be... Do you guys know... Okay, this is off topic. I'm gonna go off topic really quickly and I'm sorry. Do you guys know about the tunnel people in Vegas? Do you know there's like an entire like underground community in Vegas? I'm like, this isn't just like me being like tinfoil hatter here. Like, the entire homeless live in tunnels. And it is insane. That's awesome. No, it is not. There's like a lot of violence. It wasn't in Vegas, but on the way to it. It depends where along that road you were. You'll find things like that in most cities. Yes, but it's very interesting that it's tunnels. And I'll be honest, I'm not going back to Vegas for a long time, because, like, my understanding is after the entire thing with F1, it just, even the, like, few good things it had, it's over. Mole people tend to be dangerous, they were. Anyway, we're gonna get back on topic. If not, I'm never gonna stop yapping. The sleeping snowy mountains may seem wondrous to the uninitiated, though most who live on this land have gotten used to the sight. Few look up at the sky on a night like this. What's that? Both her eyes and instruments capture strange light that cut across the night sky, like a sign from the heavens. No, because, like, anything good Vegas has, you can find better in a different place. I'm not a gambler, so like there's no point for that. And not only that, you can gamble in other places that aren't Vegas. If you want a desert city, there's many desert cities you can visit. The Strip, you don't even have the sites anymore after all the barricades were put up. There's like nothing in Vegas anymore. It appears that Carolyn was an accomplished, intelligent young researcher with a bright future. The project's very important to both Rhine Lab and Columbia. The recruiting process was extremely selective. I mean, Tex-Mex, if you're going for Tex-Mex, go to Texas. And if you want better Mexican food even then, like American Mexican food, you go to California, let's be honest. Yes, I go to Vegas for the Tex-Mex. Yeah, exactly, Brie, exactly. Because, like, I'll be honest, Tex-Mex compared to Cali-Mex, I'll take it, man. Never going to Cali? I want to go back to Cali. Man, I miss Cali. I need to go back already. And, like, I was back a couple years ago, but I need to go back already. Here's the thing. Everyone hates Cali. But the second they go, they're like, oh, I get it. South Cali is different than LA. I mean, everything is different. LA is its own, like, little area. LA is just LA. The same way that you can't go to New York State and expect all of it to be New York City. We have yet to find any irregularities in records and communication logs. What the hell is South Cali? California is a very long state. So, South Cali and North Cali are... I mean, oh, SoCal. I'm sorry. Do you want to call it SoCal? Are we really doing this? Exactly. Yeah, I called it. I called it. We're not doing this. Oh my god. We're not doing this. We're continuing. She was originally from Victoria. I'm unable to provide any private information. That would be a violation of Rhine Lab's privacy policy and basic human rights. We can only provide information about her time at Rhine Lab, unless your government officially requests press charges on espionage. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it would be, that was gonna be what's said! Of course. I was just asking. Her application material was very comprehensive, with every shift and fieldwork experience documented meticulously. Here, it seems she could even request a field survey task for herself. Collecting information about Gedag's geography concurrently with her scientific research? She has been a diligent researcher, highly rated at Rhine Lab, and a model student when she was at school. Such scientists are not usually involved in the kind of trouble that we currently face. And yet, at this point, we have no information or clues about the whereabouts of Caroline. Believe it or not, we're even more eager to find Caroline than you are. There are many things at stake. Rhine Lab's reputation, the security of research data, potential breach in our management system, the mutual trust and partnership between us, and Yeria's development. Are you speaking a member of Scientific Ethics Consensus Committee? Please don't misunderstand. Though it might sound a little condescending, I have the highest respect for what Carlin Trade is doing. After all, the courage to reach beyond one's comfort zone is the most important quality in a scientist. Not just in scientists. There's a saying in Yerag, black bird and beast are bad bird and beast. They jump their fences and run their snowfields. Herders who go into the fields following the tracks never return. They die? That's what going to the snowfields and never return usually means in Yerag. One by one, pages are reviewed and placed on the table. Caroline notes and actions turn into a tiny pile of paper. But where do these black bird and beasts go? It's the same question in the end. Perhaps they led the herders to the mountains, getting lost in the forest and freezing to death at night. Another page is read and placed on the paper. The paper on the table, it's over. Or perhaps. Now let's put the last page down. White upon white, like snowflakes falling on a frozen cliff. Central Valley is a hit or miss on Mexican food depending on the area. I think you can say that for honestly any section. Yeah, that's just in general. It depends where you are in town for any of that. The same way that you usually have to go into the hood for good Chinese food. That's just how it goes. They simply found a new source of water, a new haven. Can you at least tell me where exactly she carried out her field work? Ooh, interesting sound. I can't... The observation data has been badly corrupted. I can't recover the original data from the port. You know what? Fair. Because you can find good, expensive Chinese food, but like... usually they're very expensive. I see. Yeah, I'll agree with that. That's the one thing, like, I miss, though. I miss how many good restaurants were near me. And I know I've yapped about this so many times, and I apologize, but... man! That's the bad side of leaving big cities. Just remember that if you're a foodie and you're, like, consider leaving a big city, really think about it. Like, truly think about it. Nature is nice, don't get me wrong, I love nature. Man, do I miss my food. Stacks of documents and mugs with dried coffee strains sit quietly on their table. An error tone signifies failure of data restoration, causing their hearts to sink once more. There are ID records on all of these entries and exits. No message left behind on the dorms or labs. The main security camera malfunctioned, while the two of the sides of the lab didn't capture anything. I wish it was just the seasonings. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm not done talking about this. The first time I had Mexican food in my, like, new area, I have never been more disappointed. Bye, Nathan! No worries, you take care of the kitties. I have never been so excited, because I'm like, oh, finally, like, good. Just to taste the food and be like, what the fuck is this shit? You just threw shit together. You don't know what you're doing. Never cook again. I was so upset. And to this day, I am so sad. And I'm so disappointed. Were there any signs when you went in to buy it? Not really. That was the moment that I realized that, oh, good food is going to be scarce here. Because honestly, I went in and everything would have been fine. If I had gone to, like, any shop in my old cities, like any of the fast cities I've been, I would have taken them all as great signs. But I went in. They had all the products I was looking for. They had a little restaurant attached. And I have never been sadder. It was over! It seems too much of a coincidence. Could Caroline really have... No. Everyone else might assume she's a spy. But I can't let bias cloud my judgment. I already requested access to permissions from Director Milsis to get into the bottom of things. Knock knock. Who's been up all night? Director Milsis? Surprised to see me? I hear you haven't been back to the dorms for 2 straight nights. Are you still searching for the data that disappeared? Yes. There's little doubt that the observation logs were altered, although we're not sure who did it or why. There's a reason to believe the overwritten data holds crucial clue. But never mind. I brought you a little snacky. Can't work on an empty stomach after all. Thank you. What is this? You've never had it? Yadok cheese pastries with sugar frosting and berry jam. It was all the rage at the station a while back. Mule says yeah! Absolutely! Aren't the elves ascended a fair? Exactly! But you know what? Oh, they're not? Okay, but still, like, she can talk about it. But no, there's none. They don't exist, guys. What are you talking about? I heard people talking about it and had planned of taking them out next time I went down to the mountain for Foundu. But I've been busy investigating special energy sources unique to Yerag. Elena picks up a pastry. It's dried on the outside, but the cheese and jam inside are moist after being heated. The sound of running water ceases, and Mulsa sits down by her side with 2 clean mugs in hand. Taylor, hello! Mind if I sip a cup of joe with you? Not at all. Fresh coffee fills the mugs, drenching the air with its aroma. The sound of machines operating is clearly audible at this late hour. A massive window on the wall displays the stars in Yerag's night sky, deep and boundless as always. The atmosphere in the room relaxes. Elena lifts her mug for a moment of hesitation. Midnight coffee in the lab brings back memories. You used to stay up late too? Who doesn't in our line of work? Even when I was a student, I felt like I had more coffee than blood in my veins for the finals. Looks like everyone's been there before. Okay, so they are descendants of Mule the Fairmont. Okay. I mean, Doctor's race kind of has involvement in all of them, to be honest, that we know of. So, like, I would not doubt that for a second. I feel like that's something that we must assume at this point. Looks like everyone's been there before. Working at night's more efficient after all. I agree. Yes, night is quiet. Makes it easier to focus. I used to write one paper while dictating a summary of another using an audio recorder when I was really busy. That way, I get to make progress on both at the same time. Crazy when I think back to it. Oh yeah, audio recorder. Huh? Audio? Where are you going? Surveillance audio recordings. Surveillance camera credentials. The time is 3:19 a.m. There. Didn't you say the cameras didn't capture what happened at the lab table? Yes, but I might have captured sound from the equipment. Listen to this. A lot of instruments operating. The ticking sound should be the audio sensor. The frequency that it plays back is directly connected to the graphene. We can use this frequency to recreate... Excuse me. Need a pen and paper? Here you go. Oh, thanks. My understanding, Bree, was that Mulsis was the last of her kind. I may be wrong there, but that was my understanding. That's why, like, everyone made jokes when Marcine came in. Pen tips rubs against paper. The time they spent around the instruments have made research intimately familiar with data. She enters the numbers that she copied down from the computer, then... a heartbeat. There. This is the hidden data. Let me take a look. Let's see. Looks like a small earthquake occurred on Mount Carlin the morning of the day before the catastrophe. Okay, they still have... Okay, so there's more elves, but not like her. Okay, I see. No, not an earthquake. It has the impact of some kind. As if something fell from the sky in the mountains of Yedag. Did Originium fall from the sky? And then came Yedag's first catastrophe. Outside the wide windows of the observation station, the mountains of Yedag seemed to reflect a translucent blue under the moon. Did Caroline go looking for this extraterrestrial object? But why would she do it all on her own? She's never been at her post like this. She must have found something. I must be able to find her if we figure out where that thing fell. Which we can calculate from the wave frequency on the sound of the impact. Director Mulsis, the Vine Bee Court isn't about to investigate on our behalf. Strictly speaking, we shouldn't get any more involved in any of this stuff. The most it can do is report it to the competent control. It really is. Because if it's coming from outer space... that means that I don't think it's Priestess. But it can absolutely be the ancient race. The ancient sentient race. That means aliens? You forget, Punchy. Observers related? Exactly. You forget. Technically, the Doctor and Priestess are aliens. Exactly, Bree. Something they left outside the star pod. But why is it getting activated now? Oh god, why is it getting activated now? They're humans though, so it doesn't count. They're humans, but remember everybody here was basically their entire evolution. And the reason why they look humanoid is because of the humans. We're still aliens on Terra. Yeah, we're still aliens. But Carolyn might be in danger. You know that's not your job. You're not exactly close to Carolyn. Bluntly, whatever happens to her is none of your business. Absolutely, Taylor! Exactly! Why now? Here's my entire problem with certain scientists. Some of them want to have everything explained, that they forget the entire purpose of science is that it's ever evolving. We do not know the answer for everything, and that is why we must study and learn. And even when we know the answer, it doesn't mean that we're always right. And that's why we don't stop learning. So I think Elena fits in there. She wants an answer for everything, and once the answer is there, that's it. Taylor, you're assuming that it triggered on its own. What do you mean on its own? Right now, on its own? That's mighty convenient. Eustace finishes her cold coffee in silence. Frowning at the bitter taste, she takes a piece of pastry and puts it in her mouth, speaking as she chews. But sometimes, I kind of think the most important quality in scientists is courage, maybe even recklessness. You're a sharp kiddo. Got a knack for finding rhythm in music. Makes for a great dancer. I wouldn't want to tie you up. Gotta let you move around free. You mean... Oil technically does that? I don't think it does it like that, man. But Originium is really cool. This conversation never happened. Nobody tried to talk you out of it. Nobody told you what you can or can't do. As for the late night snack, you took it from the shared fridge yourself, didn't you? Maybe Priestess came back with a cat? We know Priestess is wandering around and messing with us. Because when we were in Laterano, she wasn't there, but she was there. I think, and not only that, we also saw her have the remnants and say debate in Ursus. Superstructure from Blame? I don't know what that is, man. I'm not gonna continue. Just because I do know that, like, I am tired. So I probably shouldn't. And I do want to do some Enfield. We'll continue tomorrow. Main story chapter 30. We fight our inner demon. The true enemies was ourselves. We'll continue Sunday. Why are we continuing Sunday? No, we're continuing tomorrow. No, thank you for stopping by. We'll do OS 5 after tomorrow. I think that's what we were at. And hopefully we can get to OS 7. And then we'll do 2 more days and we should be able to finish it by the end of the week. That's our goal. No, not Sunday, Saturday. Oh no, Kingslayer. We're about to, like, jump out. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 Eastern. There is a lot of information in this one, and I really appreciate that. But anyway, we are going to end it here. You hate weapon banners? I'll be honest, I don't care either or. They're like, whatever. They're not bad, but, like, I can see why people hate them. They're actually pretty generous compared to, like, other weapon banners I've seen. Hiking, biking, it's over. Okay, anyway, as always, don't forget to work out. Have a good sleep. Have a great morning. I will see you guys, I guess technically later today, but tomorrow. I love any story involving Rhyme Lab is peak. I don't trust Rhyme Lab. You don't trust them Colombians. Anyway, good night!